but I think Magnus wasn't super comfortable with the position there. Danya, he's more than happy. He's got a 7-game lead.
Don't worry, I don't think we're going to see a repetition of this particular repetition.
Yeah, I think...
And I won't repeat this pawn either.
No, that's...
Only 3 times.
Listen, I think that Alireza has to conjure up another way to create winning chances. He tried there, but Magnus just snuffed it out. He didn't even want to take any part in a risky game.
Alireza really does need to draw up a different game plan. And this is like the Breyer variation, but is it me or did Alireza play d3 and then d4?
He did, but I guess in the Rue Lopez you can kind of do whatever you want.
And it's equal.
Yes. Now, do we play d5 here? Do we take on e5? Do we take on c5? Or do we play a4? Do we play none of those things?
Yeah, exactly. My instinct is always to go d5, close the center, and then start attacking on the king side. When I'm black, this is why I don't play these lines. I'm always afraid of that king side attack. But Alireza keeps the tension, and he might try to get this knight around to g3. That's something people sometimes do in the Rue Lopez.
Black will try to go for c4, knight c5 ideas. Rook e8, I mean, bishop f7 looks super appetizing. You always have to look at pawns that are only protected by a king. And that is why we both kind of oohed and awed, but it didn't work.
You look at them and sometimes you capture them, but that queen could have slid out to b6. But Magnus is playing with fire here. As long as this pawn remains protected only by the monarch, you got to look at bishop f7 on every move.
Black is trading pieces here to open up some lines. Otherwise, he would have been a bit stuffy there in his position.
As stuffy as it is, you're in the commentator's chair?
No, we've got these little portable fans, you know. The first day it was like a sauna. It was half commentary, half sauna.
Yeah,
now it's just
then we finished with that.
Yes. So
we got to take the temperature down.
The Finnish sauna, in case anyone didn't understand yet, because they invented it, you know. So the knight, one of them is going to f5. Probably the one on the d file, but honestly, it all looks good.
I'm Helsinking under the weight of this shirt.
How do you do that? How do you make... Did you practice the puns like your whole life? Did you sit and just look in the mirror and come up with puns?
I mean...
Are you really good at word association?
I've never tried it. But I already know I chose the wrong career, so, you know.
Let's respect the players and commentate on the chess and not practice word association. But, by the way, can you go knight d7 and c5? Like, just go back and...
And get rid of this bishop so that bishop f7 doesn't have to be calculated by the commentators on every move?
Correct.
I agree with that approach. The problem is this attack on e4 is not going to be successful. And Levy, d5?
Knight e4, d5, e5, knight e4.
Probably what he's calculating.
And, okay, queen b6 also is nice.
Okay, rook d1. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what the next move is, of course.
Yeah, rook d1 and then think.
Exactly, but sometimes that's what you got to do. I mean, you play rook d1. There's nothing immediate, so you might as well. But what's he thinking about?
What do you tell Alireza right now? What does he do? Does he just accept that?
Hopefully nothing, because he's in noise-canceling headphones. But if you know, yeah, I'm out of time, right? That's the advice.
Until you reach 7 games.
Correct.
And Magnus, he says, you can do that. I can do that too. And the ball back in Firouzja's court.
Yeah, we're sort of stunned, you know? I feel like we've been going kind of with a good flow, but I think everyone's mutually stunned at the performance that Magnus Carlsen is putting on today.
No, there's oohing and awing, and there's so much energy in the room, and there's just as much as there was. But it's a different kind of energy, as you said, Levy. It's sort of a stunned energy, like, what is going on here?
And Magnus just taking over now. Every piece in the game, the rook's down the center lines, and Firouzja's pieces, Danya, are not set up the right way to meet the counterattack.
You're absolutely right. Suddenly these knights... I know Hikaru wants me to correct that. They don't look as good as they did, but guess what? Now they do again.
But Magnus took a wrong turn there. And g6 is looking really juicy, plus e6 ideas. And e6 is really the problem.
That's exactly right. Just undermining this little pawn chain. So if you play a move like bishop g7, you're right. e6 is going to make... Ooh, rook. What's the tactic? Where is it? Knight f5.
Okay, knight f5.
King h8, bishop f7.
Okay, but king g8 and some sort of knight d6 probably disconnecting.
Knight d6.
Yes,
Good call.
Yeah, and bishop f7. This was a careless game by Magnus. This could be a comeback. Don't call it a comeback.
You've been on these pawns, Levy, since Magnus played rook e8.
And he just resigns, and Alireza Firouzja